Dallas when he was recently spotted in a walking boot, but he says there's nothing to be worried about. Speaking at his annual football camp in Texas, Prescott said his surgically repaired foot was just a little sore after a couple hard days of training. He added he's just trying to take care of his body and be smart. As for his contract situation, Prescott also said there's been conversations back and forth, but he's letting his agent take care of that and that the money will take care of itself. And Jaguars linebacker Josh Allen announcing he's officially changing his name to Joshua Hines Allen. The move is a tribute to Joshua's maternal family and others who don the Hines Allen jersey. Hines Allen will host a September jersey exchange event in Jacksonville for fans who own his Allen 41 jersey. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
They say health is wealth, and I could not agree more. That's why if you or somebody in your life is living with everyday aches and pains, I want to tell you about Relief Factor. And I'm telling you, I can feel the difference. Relief Factor is a daily supplement that helps fight pain naturally. Naturally. Now that's a big deal. Developed by doctors. Relief Factor's unique formula of ingredients all work together to help support your body's response to inflammation. Instead of masking pain for a couple of hours, Relief Factor actually helps reduce or even eliminate your pain for good. Whether it's neck, back, joint, or muscle pain, if you're looking to feel better, live better, give Relief Factor a try. In 3 weeks, you will know if it's working because you'll feel it. For instance, I was sent Relief Factor to try, and I've been taking it every single day. I'll tell you what, I feel the difference every day. Go to ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF. Save on your first order. Don't let pain tell you how to live. Fight back naturally with Relief Factor. These products and statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition.
We are the Imperial Valleys, AM 1230 KXO El Centro, California. Wednesday, right there in the middle of the week. It's the 10th day of July, 2024. I'm Carroll. Jared is in the newsroom. Good morning, Jared.
Good morning, Carroll.
Enjoy the day while you can, right?
Yes, exactly.
And looking ahead to the weekend, a big sigh of relief. Yeah, it's going to drop to about 110 for the weekend. Woo! Break out the sweaters, Mama, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, relief is where you find it. So let's make sure that you drink plenty of water. And I would make it straight water because, alcohol isn't going to help any.
Yeah, my grandma cuts it with Pedialyte.
Okay.
Yeah,
that works. And, iced tea is good, but iced tea is a diuretic. Same way with coffee. And the sugar-flavored stuff, just go with straight water. It works. Okay. Let's see. Oh, happy birthday to Lindsay Lohan. Did you realize she turned 38 last week? Is Lindsay Lohan still relevant? Anyway,
no, she's not.
No, not really. And, Tom Cruise recently celebrated a birthday. He's 62 inches tall. So I can make fun of him. Yes, he's short. He's shorter than I am. Okay. Coming up, we've got birthdays to celebrate. We do. And we'll celebrate our big shot birthdays and our local birthdays. We've got to look at world and California news and all sorts of other things as well. And, let's see. What's going on? Well, the inventor Alexander Graham Bell and his assistant Thomas Watson made the first long-distance phone call in history way back on this date in 1876. The call covered a distance of about 2 miles between Cambridge and Boston. And they're still debating as to whether that call was successful because it went straight to voicemail. Okay, birthdays, are you ready?
Let's do it. Birthday time.
Actor William Smithers. He was on Dallas, on Peyton Place. He's 92. Singer Mavis Staples, 80. Actor Mills Watson, 79. Actor, I read these yesterday. I read the wrong ones yesterday. Oh, okay. Well, we celebrated yesterday, so forget it, okay?
Since 2011, Grocery Outlet Bargain Market has held their annual Independence from Hunger food drive every July. Every day, millions of children and families in America face hunger and food insecurities. Join Grocery Outlet this July for their 14th annual Independence from Hunger drive. Give $5, get $5, donate $5, and get a coupon for $5. All proceeds will be distributed directly to food agencies, including the El Centro Catholic Food Pantry. Visit your Grocery Outlet to support your community.
We have happy birthday wishes today for Pearl Breland, Andrea Salazar, Jessica Avina, R.J. Moore, Rose Reed, Marta Laguna Turner, Solaya Fernandez, Amber Vasquez, Randall Lackey, Ruben Dominguez, Connie Valencia, Didi McKinley, Lupita Fernandez, Oscar Pesquera, Valerie Vasquez, Connie Baxter, Adriana Parra, Kay Bishop, Antonia Booth, Gabby Cordova, and Elizabeth Tucker. Happy birthday from KXO. And many happy returns. Okay. It's been hot, right? Okay. No disputing that. And I don't know if you've noticed, but they're growing a lot more corn in the Imperial Valley than they used to. Okay, so, as a public service, KXO went out and asked a number of the local corn farmers the very best way to cook corn. And we got the answer. Yeah, every single one of the corn farmers said the same thing. Leave it in a parked car in a downtown parking lot. Okay, that'll do it, won't it? Along with the cookies.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, got a quick question for you. What do you call 2 ducks and a cow?
I have no clue.
What do you call 2 ducks and a cow? Quackers and milk. Okay, that's for the little ones.
Zing!
Let's hear a drum roll, and we'll just move right along. We've got to look at World and California news headlines to begin with, and it is brought to you by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District, delivering real-time updates about the air that you breathe.
CBS News Brief. Former House Speaker Pelosi making the strongest public push yet for President Biden to reconsider his re-election bid, telling MSNBC,
he's beloved, he is respected, and people want him to make that decision.
Israel's dropping leaflets on Gaza's largest city, urging Palestinians to leave. The BBC's Nick Beak.
The message is that there are safe corridors, according to the Israelis, where people can leave Gaza City. There's also streets marked where people are told they'll receive safe passage.
Police near London say they're hunting for a man with a crossbow who killed 3 women. Locals are shocked.
A bit of a shock because it's a really residential area. Never saw anybody around here carrying a crossbow at all.
The BBC says the victims were the wife and daughters of its main racing commentator. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
The Imperial County Air Pollution Control District delivers real-time information about the quality of the air you breathe. Visit the website at apcd.imperialcounty.org to stay informed about air quality around the valley. The website also includes information for upcoming meetings, programs, and there's access to the dust cams set up around the valley. Visit apcd.imperialcounty.org today.
California headline news. A man accused of killing his elderly parents and their dog inside a mobile home in San Juan Capistrano is under arrest. This man says he knew the victims, who were both in their late 70s.
Unexplainable, unexpected. It's bizarre.
The suspect, a 41-year-old man, was shot by Orange County Sheriff's deputies multiple times. He's in critical but stable condition. Former House Speaker in California, Congresswoman Nancy Pelosi, is cagey when it comes to questions about President Joe Biden dropping his bid for re-election.
It's up to the president to decide if he is going to run.
Pelosi on MSNBC's Morning Joe today talking about the president's mental fitness to sit in the Oval Office. Biden is adamant that only the Lord Almighty can convince him to quit the race. And Governor Newsom will join CAL FIRE's chief and other leaders this morning to give us an update on wildfires burning in our state. Crews are battling 19 fires across the state, 4 breaking out just yesterday, the biggest, the nearly 27,000-acre lake fire in Santa Barbara County. John Gilliland, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by the Imperial County Air Pollution Control District. Log on to imperialvalleyair.org for real-time information about the air that you breathe.
Sherry, what have you done to your hair? What do you mean? Does it not look good? It doesn't look good. It looks freaking amazing. I can't believe how thick and healthy it looks. Oh, I must know your secret. No secret. It's hair volume from New Nordic. Hair volume, huh? Well, it certainly lives up to its name. Your hair has never looked so thick. It is gorgeous. I was so tired of having thin and brittle hair. Ugh, and the shedding. So I figured I'd give hair volume a try. Needless to say, I'm thrilled with the results. Hey, where are you going? I'm going to pick up some hair volume right now. My reunion's next month and I want my hair to look as good as yours.
Hair Volume is the best-selling hair tablet in the world and one of many award-winning natural health products from New Nordic, the #1 supplier of dietary supplements in Scandinavia. Purchase at newnordicusa.com. Yes, available as a tablet or delicious gummy. Help your hair look full, voluminous, and beautiful again at nordicUSA.com, Walgreens, Rite Aid, or CVS.
And right now, it's a look at page 1 of the local news. Page 1 is a service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, 3 locations in the valley, and a mobile service van that goes where you are at no additional charge. El Centro Motors, Quick Lane.
From the Hotville, Calipatria, and Brawley Fire Departments. Brawley Fire is also sending a water tender. The equipment and personnel are assigned to the lake fire in Santa Barbara County. A fire was reported on July 5th and has burned over 26,000.
Value the right of their employees to engage in this protected and concerted activity, including joining or not joining a labor organization and engaging in these types of activities. The statement said Intercare they would respect and comply with all laws regarding these
The Imperial Valley Mall and the Brawley Auto Center, or with their new mobile service wherever you are.
The McCain fire is still smoldering. McCain fire has been burning since July 1st. Here's George Gale with an update.
CAL FIRE at last report said the fire was 95% contained.
Temporary service interruption. The one-stop business and employment building is closing for this week. The Imperial County Executive Office announced the temporary interruption of services at the One-Stop Business and Employment Office at 301 Heber Avenue in Calexico. They will remain closed.
his right hand and adjusted his ergonomically placed controls, continuing a productive evening in the orchard protecting this year's crop. Because John Deere
including schools and other districts. There will also be city council races and other city issues from Brawley, Calexico, Calipatria, El Centro, Hodeville, Imperial, and Westmoreland starting July 15th. Declaration of candidacy for eligible persons desiring to file for elected office will be available at the Registrar of Voters office. Declarations of candidacy must be filed with the Registrar of Voter by 5 p.m. August 9th. Appointments are required for filing candidate documents. City candidates must file with the city clerk in their individual cities. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
A reminder from Customs and Border Protection. It is illegal to bring Freon canisters across the border. The CBP released a reminder. Bringing Freon canisters into the United States from Mexico keep the kids busy and cool with aquatic events. One of the more popular events is the summer day camp. They are held every week with different themes. The summer day camps are held at the Frank Wright Middle School gym and are for kids 6 to 12 years of age. The summer day camps will wrap up August 2nd with a pizza party. There are events planned at the city splash pad and at the pool, as well as at the city library. Details on that are offered, on all that is offered can be found at the Parks and Recreation Summer 2024 Activity Guide. That's it for KXO Local News. KXO Weather up next.
At Burgers and Beer, we'd like to recognize Independence Day, the 4th of July, commemorating the Declaration of Independence, adopted on July 4th, 1776, establishing the United States of America. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts to all who serve our great country and to those that have served for our freedoms. To all of our friends, please have a safe and wonderful Independence Day. From your family at Burgers and Beer.
The National Weather Service says strong high pressure will allow extreme heat to persist across the region for another few days, as many high temperature records will be threatened. Over the weekend, temperatures move away from excessive levels and closer to seasonal normals. 116 the high in the valley yesterday, 81 the overnight low. Today will be sunny and hot with a high near 116. East wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming west-northwest. Mostly clear tonight with a low around 83. South-southwest wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming east-southwest after midnight. Thursday, sunny and hot with a high near 118. East wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming south in the afternoon. 85 degrees, 66% relative humidity, wind out of the east at 325 miles an hour. Air quality throughout the Imperial Valley, good in Brawley and El Centro, moderate in Westmoreland, unhealthy for sensitive groups in Nyland. Local news, page 2, brought to you by Burgers and Beer. It's the place for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Bring the family, meet your friends at Burgers and Beer.
Is your vehicle stopping like it should? Does it squeal or grind when you brake? Don't miss out on summer brake deals at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. For more than half a century, contractors and trade professionals have relied on WeatherGuard for heavy-duty truck and van storage equipment, not just to protect their valuable tools, but to protect their professional reputations. For pros, the WeatherGuard badge makes a statement about what drives them. It says, "Bring it on. Been there. Done that. We've got your back," without saying a word. And the folks at WeatherGuard, they're just as driven as the hardworking pros they serve. See what it means to be driven at weatherguard.com.
It's sports time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. Novak Djokovic got a free pass into the Wimbledon semifinals today. His quarterfinal opponent, Alex de Minaur, withdrew with a hip injury. And top-seeded Jannik Sinner was treated by a trainer and left the court during the third set, seemingly surged in the fourth, faltered again in the fifth, eventually losing to Daniil Medvedev 6-7, 6-4, 7-6, 2-6, 6-3 in the quarterfinals. And Donna Vekic had thought a couple of times about quitting tennis, but she stuck with it. The 28-year-old Croatian reached her first Grand Slam semifinal in her 43rd appearance at a major tournament. She beat qualifier Lulu Sun 5-7, 6-4, 6-1 yesterday.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all of your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all Pioneer services, visit www.pmhd.org today.
And Major League Baseball action yesterday. The Cubs pounded the Orioles 9-2. Guardians slipped by the Tigers 9-8 in 10 innings. Phillies thumped the Dodgers 10-1. How long can Booney stay in New York? Yeah, the Steinbrenner would have fired him, but the Rays beat the Yankees again, 5-3. The Reds beat up on the Rockies 12-6. It was the Red Sox beating the Athletics 12-9. The Mets slipped by the Nationals 7-5. Meanwhile, the Astros beat the Marlins. Pirates pounded the Brewers 12-2. Rangers edged the Angels 5-4. Braves beat the Diamondbacks 6-2. Giants over the Blue Jays 4-3. And Mariners beefed up and topped the Padres 8-3. Royals and Cardinals at Busch, and the Twins and the White Sox in Chicago postponed due to bad weather. That's it for Sports Time. Sports Time brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers. Thank you for choosing Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. In today's highly competitive business climate, your company's image is important. The printed materials your company uses conveys a major part of that image. Our graphic designers have the talent and expertise to create a lasting impression for your business. Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers virtually any type of business solution to meet your needs, from business cards and stationery to computer forms, full-color brochures, and posters. Let our excellent service and attention to detail provide the best impression for you. Locally owned and operated, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley. Financial news and a brief look at the weather brought to you this morning by Southwest Security and Southwest Postal, the only postal box service offering 24-hour-a-day, 365 days a year service. Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil, El Centro. Well, the Biden administration is imposing tariffs on steel and aluminum shipped from Mexico that were made elsewhere. It's an attempt to stop China from avoiding import taxes by routing goods through one of the U.S. closest trading partners. Lyle Brainerd, director of the White House National Economic Council, said the tariffs announced today will be levied as part of an agreement with Mexico that applies to imports that could threaten U.S. national security. There will be a 25% tariff on steel not melted or poured in Mexico and a 10% tariff on aluminum. And Mark Thompson, the CNN chief executive appointed last year to modernize the news network, unveiled a set of sweeping changes to the iconic outlet today, announcing plans to build a $1 billion digital business, experiment with artificial intelligence, and overhaul key newsroom structures. The far-reaching measures could cost 100 jobs. And the largest labor union at Samsung Electronics in South Korea has declared an indefinite strike after a 3-day walkout failed to yield any ground in a tense dispute between workers and the tech giant over pay and bonuses. The announcement today follows a strike earlier this week involving 6,000 workers, mainly from the company's semiconductor division, according to the union. We're seeing green on the big board. The Dow right now up 5.5 points at 39,302. The S&P 500 up 13 at 55.90, and the NASDAQ up 75 points at 18,503. Meanwhile, gold up $14.50 an ounce, and oil up 50 cents per barrel by now before it goes higher.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in Imperial and Coachella Valleys. Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been in the private security business for over 25 years and have always made it my mission to always provide my clients with the highest quality security services available. Your satisfaction is my #1 priority. And don't forget Southwest Postal, the only postal center in Imperial Valley with 24/7, 365 access to your post office box. Access when you need it.
located on the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
It will be sunny and hot today with a high near 116. East wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming west-northwest. Tonight, mostly clear, a low around 83. South-southwest wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming east-southeast after midnight. Tomorrow, sunny and hot with a high near 118. East wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming south in the afternoon. And we have 86 degrees downtown, 67% relative humidity. Wind out of the east at 325. Air quality good in Brawley and El Centro, moderate in Westmoreland. Nyland, it's unhealthy for sensitive groups with elevated PM10. And the Calexico station temporarily offline again. That's it for financial news and the weather, brought to you by Southwest Postal and Southwest Security. Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you, your home, and your business.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by T-Mobile.
I'm Steve Kathan. Opening statements set to start momentarily at the Alec Baldwin involuntary manslaughter trial, the case stemming from the fatal movie set shooting in 2021. CBS's Elise Preston is covering in Santa Fe, New Mexico.
The prosecution is expected to lay out the groundwork that Mr. Baldwin acted with negligence, that he was reckless on set with guns. The defense is supposed to lay a very different groundwork. Yesterday, during jury selection, they asked jurors if they had the ability to question investigators, to question even prosecutors, and question this whole entire process.
A top Democrat has spoken up today about President Biden's future in the 2024 campaign. CBS's Nancy Cordes is at the White House.
Just this morning, you had the former House Speaker, Nancy Pelosi, very influential in the party, seeming to suggest that President Biden hasn't made up his mind yet, and he still has time to change it. This White House is trying to deal with the challenges as they arise and knock them down, but then new things come up.
Today, Biden meets with the Executive Council of the AFL-CIO to make his case with big labor. And he'll join NATO allies in Washington, their first full day of summit work. CBS's Cammie McCormick says the war in Ukraine is a chief concern.
Arriving in the U.S., Britain's new Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, said Ukraine is very much on the agenda.
It's all about standing together with our allies, discussing practically how we provide further support for Ukraine, and send a very, very clear message to Putin that we will stand against Russian aggression.
The war has caused heavy casualties in Ukraine, which is now enlisting Ukrainians in Europe to join the fight. An estimated 300,000 Ukrainian men of fighting age are believed to be living in Poland alone.
A confirmed tornado spawned by the remnants of Hurricane Beryl caused extensive damage in Mount Vernon, Indiana, southwest of Evansville. Fire Chief Jay Price says there's a lot to clean up, but no casualties.
It's heartbreaking to see this. It's people's livelihoods. People work here. They're going to be displaced from work now. And you just worry about their lives and their safety.
The power outages still a major concern in East Texas, where Beryl came ashore. High heat and humidity have added to the situation there. Former Trump lawyer Rudy Giuliani is asking a federal judge today to convert his personal bankruptcy case into a Chapter 7 liquidation and appoint a trustee to sell off his assets. Creditors call it a stalling tactic. Wall Street, right now the Dow is up 26 points, NASDAQ up 48. This is CBS News.
Switch to T-Mobile and save with tons of benefits on every plan versus AT&T and Verizon. Use the savings calculator to find out how at T-Mobile.com/switch.
It's better over here. If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has an exclusive rate plan just for you. Right now, get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings versus Verizon and AT&T. Plus, you can get one of the latest 5G phones free when you add a line. That's right, a free 5G phone. Experience all this and more on America's largest 5G network. So why wait? At T-Mobile, customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Just go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 or visit your local store to make the switch.
With AutoPay using debit or bank account plus taxes and fees. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. Free phones up to $300 off with 24 monthly bill credits and qualifying new line for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Contact us before canceling entire account to continue remaining bill credits. Bill credits end if you pay off device early. See details at T-Mobile.com.
A new species of plant-eating dinosaur has been discovered in Britain.
It's the most complete dinosaur discovered in the UK in 100 years.
It's called Compsognathus, and that name means Compton Thunderer, because it would have been really quite a large animal.
Susan Maidment of London's Natural History Museum says this lumbering herbivore would have been about the size and weight of a large elephant.
It was a dinosaur that probably moved on both 2 legs and 4 legs. So it probably moved habitually on 4 legs, but could have gone up onto 2 legs to feed.
Scientists have named the new species Compsognathus chasei, a tribute to its finder, Nick Chase, a beloved amateur fossil hunter who died of cancer after making his big find. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
The San Diego Zoo says the 2 pandas that arrived last month from China are adjusting well to their new surroundings. Experts are working with them on their dietary needs. The zoo says it could still be several weeks before visitors can see them. I'm Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Who's the honcho around here?
Carroll Buckley.
I am. Who are you?
Carroll Buckley.
You broadcast me out on the radio.